The Daily Ironman Show with Ironman Daily is
Ironman Daily.
Welcome back to Ironman Daily. This is Ironman Daily, and it's the daily show where Ironman Daily makes Ironman videos. Right now, I am stuck where I can't do any new Slayer tasks because I'm keeping this Moss Giant Wilderness task in order to increase my drop rate for mossy keys. I've shown this before on the channel, but I have a system down where when I want a more AFK method, I use the Ioworth Moss Giants, which have a 1 in 40 drop rate, and I'll stay here until I get a hard clue. Hard clue is 1 in 200, so I average 5 mossy keys for every hard clue I get, and then when I get a hard clue, I'll save that until I have the APM ready to go and do the hard clue. So I haven't gotten one yet, but normally I can stay here for quite a while I fill up my inventory. I'll pick up the big bones and use the law runes to fill up my giant soul amulet, and I'll cast high alchemy on drops that appear. I've been selling some strung yew longbows to the store to get some GP, which is nice. And I believe it's a new day, so I can go to Varrock and get my battle staves and turn those into air battle staves. Alch those for a tidy profit. I just wanted to make this episode to show you this method that I'm doing here for this Moss Giant grind. So let me just... I have my smoothie, I have my water, I have my coffee. I'm ready to go. Just went for a walk. Now, I think the music is a little bit loud, so I'm going to turn that down more. Turn down the balance there. The problem with doing Moss Giants in the Varrock sewers is they drop so many beginner clues that I basically put myself on a 1-hour timer, and then I have to go do a bunch of beginner clues afterwards, which I don't like doing that much. Bryophyta herself also drops beginner clues, and when I first started doing Bryophyta, I would just run the clues between each Bryophyta kill, but that's not as good. So what I do now is I just teleport out after I get the clue. I teleport out to Castle Wars, drop the clue on the ground, restock, deposit stuff in my bank, eat up, or whatever I have to do. Sometimes I don't have to do anything at the bank. I just drop off the clue at Castle Wars and then teleport back with the Giant Soul Amulet, which is such a huge time save, and go and do the boss again. Use up all my mossy keys, and then at the end I have a big stack of... Well, last time I had 21 beginner clues all stacked up, and so I go and do those all at the end. Still no luck with the Bryophytus Essence, but I'll let you know when I get it. There it is, I got my clue scroll, so I can get out of here. I got one more mossy key. I got quite a few this time, I think I got 7. But that's basically the Ioworth Moss Giants, and when I'm... Man, I've gone through so many air runes. I need to buy some more air runes. Okay, so now I teleport back to Prifddinas. Prifddinas has a nice general store here right next to the bank. They also have an anvil really close to the bank. But this general store is where I was selling my yew longbows. So as you can see, I've accumulated quite a few seeds from doing the Moss Giants. These are from regular Moss Giants as well in the Varrock sewers. And I won't show you what that looks like right now because I don't feel like running the beginner clue I have, and I would have to do that in order to clear up the option to do more. Or I could at least just bring it with me and drop it, and then I'd have a bunch of beginner clues to do at the end. But you plop down the cannon there. I've shown it before, but my method now, as I'm doing more and more of this, I'm polishing up my methods a little bit more and more each time. So efficiency scape has come true. What am I supposed to do with this GP now? I'm going to go to Varrock, and I'm going to go to Falador as well. Falador is where I need to pose for my thumbnail. I don't think I've dressed up like this before. New outfit gets a new selfie. Very happy with my imbued god cape. Praise Guthix. Very cool, very cool. So, what's next for me? I'm going to Varrock. I'm going to buy some more battle staves. Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm kind of stuck on Slayer right now. Slayer's big for Ironman. You need Slayer in order to get a lot of the good PVM items. And I can't advance my Slayer because I need this Moss Giant task in order to get Bryophytus Essence, in order to get Bryophytus Staff, in order to complete this Master Clue. As you can see, I have 71 beginner caskets already. The grind continues. Should probably fish some more trout and all this crap. Oh, another spot I need to go is the Wizards Guild. I have to go there because I want to buy some air runes. Oh, sorry, the Wizards Guild's not the best place. I think the best place to buy runes is in the clan chat for, what's it called now? Pest Control? Do I have Full Void? I remember doing Pest Control. Maybe that was on a different account. I think I have Full Void. I just never use it. Wow, I sit cross-legged so well. It looks excellent. It's like totally horizontal. I'm basically doing the splits. But yeah, I'd like to check my POH after this to see if I have what I need. And yeah, basically, I want to check my POH after this to see if I have the Full Void, because I recall playing Pest Control once before. I don't know for sure if it was on this account though. Great thing about RuneLite is you can do Control-Shift left and Control-Shift right in order to hop worlds quickly. But here on the official client I have to go into the menu to change worlds, and it takes forever. I can hop worlds a lot faster on mobile than I can on PC, which is strange, isn't it? I'll just go through all the West Coast worlds once, and then I'll have some number of air runes, I don't know how many. Enough to get me through the next little while. Oops, double skip there. Leveling up my construction would be cool so I can store more stuff in my POH, but I just can't be bothered. Construction training is boring. I will need lots of air runes for barrows, because I'm going to be wielding my RM staff, which does not provide free air runes. Using the hotkeys helps this go faster. It's hard for me to get blood runes because I can't craft those. I just get them as drops. So using Airwave at barrows is kind of scary because I think I might run out of runes. I don't think I can get enough blood rune drops from running barrows in order to replenish all of the blood runes I use in order to run barrows in the first place, but we'll see how that goes, whether or not I run dry. Once I get Gommel's Hill 2 and once I get back there, I wrote up a hit list for all of the monsters I need. All of the monsters I'm planning to fight in order to get combat achievement tasks. I don't know if I've shared that with you yet, but it's something I could do. I can tell you one of them is Scurious. That's probably an obvious one. Haven't done Scurious yet on the account. Part of the problem with Jagex always coming out with new changes to the game is that old heads, people who played the game as a kid and who really enjoyed RuneScape, they can never get back into the game because whenever they see some popular streamer or somebody talking about the game, they don't know what's going on because it's always new content. So if you have no changes, then it allows for long-standing players to re-emerge themselves in the game. And you see this happening with StarCraft 2, because now the Esports World Championships, or the World Series, whatever it's called, they're developing a fan base of players who haven't played StarCraft in years, but they still understand the game because they haven't changed the game so dramatically that everything is totally new and different from how it was years ago. 9 mossy keys from Iorths, and I can get quite a few more from doing the bad boys in the Varrock sewers. I also have 6 loop paths and 13 tooth paths, so that reminds me of something exciting I can do right now. I'm just going to deposit this bank, and I'm going to withdraw my hammer. And I'm going to withdraw a bunch of adamantite bars. And I'm going to make some bolts here. There's an anvil over here at pest control. This should be enough to get me 78 smithing. And from 78 smithing, I can drink a brew. I believe it's called Dwarven Stout. I could be mistaken. Let me look this up. Yeah, 78 smithing. Crystal bows, crystal halberds, crystal shields. Now, unfortunately, the Dwarven Stout only increases my mining by 1 level, so that's not quite enough for me to boost to create the crystal keys. Enhanced crystal keys, that's what I'm looking to make. Let me look this up here. Enhanced crystal key. The enhanced crystal key is a blah 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 with the blah 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 and the blah blah blah. Doing so requires level 80 smithing and crafting. The levels can be boosted. So how can I boost my smithing? Maybe I'll just have to wait until I get another smithing level au natural. I don't know why I thought that the drink boosted by 2. Oh, here's the section, temporary boosts. So I could do spicy stew. The mature dwarven stout boosts 2. The 2 mature dwarven stouts are rewarded after the forgettable tale of a drunken dwarf quest, which I have completed. I can make this with the whatever it's called, brewing. I just don't have the ingredients. I need barley malt, hammerstone hops, ale yeast. The mature dwarven stout itself costs 170 grand on the GE, so I think this might be a kind of tricky thing to make. Yeah, and I have to wait 1 to 1.5 days in order for it to cook. So that's not going to fly unless I already have it in here. No, I have 24 dwarven stouts, so I just need 79 smithing in order to sing my crystal keys. Only 4 inventory slots remaining. I'm definitely going to have to do a big cleanup at the end of the year. Anyways, one last thing I wanted to check in this episode is at my home base. I wanted to see if I have void armor. So that would be upstairs, probably in the armor case. Got the Ardoin knight armor, bomber jacket, but not the hat. I lost the hat somewhere. Don't know how to get it back. Clue hunter outfit. Corrupted armor is interesting, but I don't have it. Elite black armor would be cool. Fedora I should put back here. I have a fedora I should keep in here rather than my bank. Lumberjack costume. Mourner gear. Oh, I have my top and trousers in the bank. I could drop those. Prospector kit I could keep in here. Radiant Oathplate looks cool. That seems fancy. Looks better than the regular Oathplate. Shazian armor. Forget what that's used for. Proselyte, just the helmet I keep in here. My boots, my security boots I could put in here. Void Knight armor here. So I do have... Oh, I have the elite gloves. Or no, just regular gloves. And I just have the ranger helm. I don't have the mage helm. Interesting. Now, I forget what's so great about void armor. But yeah, that's something I could be using for ranged, I suppose. Anyways, thanks for watching this episode of Ironman Daily. Stay tuned for the next episode coming out on the next weekday. As long as it's not Saturday or Sunday, because I only upload Monday to Friday. And that's a fact. Thanks for watching this episode. Like I said, this is Ironman Daily. Peace out. Have a good day. Have a good week. Have a good life.